Badger guard Josh Gosser continues to work his way back from the torn ACL, an injury he suffered in practice near the end of October. While he is on pace to be back and on the floor next season, Gosser tells R.J. Williams that when the injury happened, that's a moment that'll be next to impossible to forget.
You try to block it out, but at the same time, that's the last basketball play I've had in the past, 2-3 months or whatever it has been. So, basketball's always running through my mind if I'm not playing or if I am, and that's just kind of the last play that I have envisioned in my head. So it's hard to block out, but once I start playing, it's gonna be tough to adjust to, but I think I'll be all right.
You were at the scorer's table for home games for the first couple of months. Was that because you couldn't bend your knee? And is it nice to kind of be back on the bench then?
Yeah, it is. I mean, I can sit like a normal human being nowadays, so that's a good thing. And just, when I was behind the scorer's table, I was kind of away from everything. But now that I'm on the bench, I can talk to, our teammates, I can talk to the coaches, Scotty, whoever it may be. So I just feel more a part of the team. I'm in there for pregame introductions, all the timeouts, and everything. So I definitely feel more a part of the team now.
How important is that to you to continue to be a part of the team?
It's really important. I worked my tail off all off season to help this team whichever way I could, and things didn't go the way I planned, obviously, but I'm still going to help whatever way I can, and that's a lot. To be a leadership, mentally, talking to teammates and stuff like that. So it's definitely a big thing.
This ACL. When you just have to say those 3 letters, and every sports fan knows. They might not know exactly what you're going through, but they know where the injury is. But I mean, this isn't the same type of injury it was maybe 10 years ago, right? I mean, have the doctors kind of taken you through? It seems like there's a regiment, and this is just something you just got to kind of go through.
Yeah, definitely. Medicine's crazy these days. I've heard stories about what it's like 30 years ago. people come up and talk to me all the time, and they're just amazed at how far I've come and stuff like that. And I've learned a lot. Obviously, ACL as an athlete, you hear it all the time. It seems to happen all the time, and you never think it's going to happen to you. But I had no idea what the recovery was going to be like. I never expected it to be this difficult, both mentally and physically. And I've also learned that all ACL injuries, you hear someone say they tore their ACL, but really every injury is much different, much more complicated, and so you just got to take it. It's great to have a guy like Kenny Perez-Guerra, our trainer, just with me every day. He's a great guy to hang out with. We butt heads every once in a while because we're with each other so much, but I'm so thankful to have him. He's done a great job.
You kind of mentioned the mental and physical part, and with athletes' injuries, you basically have to conquer both of those mountains, right?
Right. Yeah. Physically, it's really tough. My whole leg was pretty much gone. It seemed like all the muscle was gone. I had to learn how to walk again. Just every little detail that you don't really think about. But that was really tough. But mentally, it's much more difficult, I think. Just trying to get through everything. It's a long process. I'm in the training room. 3.5 hours a day, it seems like every day, and that can be pretty mentally draining. And then to go along with not being able to play what you worked for so hard, it takes a toll on you sometimes. But I've gained a lot of mental strength, and it's going to help me in the long run.
The game is different when you're playing it and when you're watching it. Have you learned, you think, a lot?
Yeah, I have. When you're out on the court, everything seems like it's happening so fast. You're just kind of worried about the next play. You're worried about what's going on now, and you don't really think about, I guess, what's going on. You just kind of play. And now that I'm on the bench, kind of had that more of a coach's mentality, kind of just observing what's going on, what other teams are running, how they're running it, what we're doing, and I think it's helped me out a lot. Everything's kind of slowed down for me sitting on the bench, and I can kind of see things from a different perspective, and that's definitely helpful.
Is it tough, though, being there on the bench instead of being out there on the floor?
Yeah, absolutely. It kills me every day, but I think I'm pretty much past that point. Our team this year has had some ups and downs, and when I see us struggle, it kills me not to be out there with the team to help them. And when we play so well, which we are a great team, it sucks that I can't be out there to enjoy it with them. So, both ways it's kind of tough, but I just got to deal with it.
There's a lot of work that has to be done, but when you see guys like Adrian Peterson is one that, terrible ACL injury last year, comes back and might be a MVP or played at an MVP level. When you see something like that happen, does that give you hope that you can come back and be better? It's not going to be Josh minus, it's going to be Josh plus, maybe?
Absolutely. You know, it's seeing stories like that. Even a guy like Brandon Dawson, who we just played the other night at Michigan State, he was a beast out there. So just knowing that if you work hard, you're mentally strong, you can come back just as good as you were, if not better. And that's the mentality I'm going to have. And you know, I don't want to make any excuses next year. I don't want to have people think, oh, well, he's struggling because he tore his ACL. I want to say, you know, he's playing this well and he tore his ACL, that type of thing. So, you know, that's just what I'm working towards.
How much has it helped you to be around the team every day, to not being able to be on the court, but just to be around these same guys must be a help?
Yeah, it definitely is. You know, like I said, I'm in the training room for, you know, the first portion of practice and a couple hours beforehand, and that's tough. And then once I get up here with the guys, everything changes. I just feel much more comfortable, and you know, they're not only my teammates, but they're my good friends. So that's a good thing to have. You know, both on and off the court, they're always supporting me, just talking and just being regular guys, and that's a good thing to have. And like I said, they're not just my teammates; they're my best friends. So it's good to have. How
much are you looking forward to the day where that brace comes off and you're out there taking shots?
I can't wait, but I know Henry tells me I gotta take my time and not get ahead of myself. So as much as I want that to happen, I know that it's a long process, and I gotta build my way up to that point. So that's just more motivation to get there. And but you know, I come up here and shoot after practice, shoot some free throws, do whatever I can just to feel involved, and it's a lot of fun. I miss basketball a lot, just doing stuff like that. So I can't wait.